Now, before we go to a time of recommitment of vows, okay, we will have another short session for the men. It won't be long, I promise you, and after which we will complete. Okay, now we are speaking. I'm speaking to the men now. Okay, what does the woman want? Number one, what does the woman want? Conversation. Conversation. Now, if you see the story of Ruth and Boaz, you know, Boaz talks with Ruth. He talks with Ruth as so much. The scriptures has, you know, one point he tells Ruth, you know, make sure you drink water. So husbands, when was the last time you asked your wife a loving question? Did you drink water? Did you take some rest? And then 1 Samuel 1:8, Elkanah says to Hannah, Hannah, why do you weep? Why do you cry? Am I not more to you than 10 sons? Hannah didn't have children. So husband, you know, tells her, am I not more to you than 10 sons? So husbands, we need to ask ourselves a question. When was the last time, you know, we spoke something romantic to our wives? Why is it that those things only have to be in the movies? And especially my marriage with my wife, I've learned this, that you need to, not just conversation is not enough, men, concentration is necessary, which means what she wears, what she says, her shopping list. You know, there's a recent, I read a review of the Hindu, of the movie, which is called Tiruttu Payale, Part 2. And then I went into YouTube and saw this clip about this wife's Facebook friend, this young wife's Facebook friend, so knew all about this girl. You know, he has a picture of what ice cream parlor, she knows what ice cream, that fellow Facebook friend knows what this girl wants, where she wants to go in the midnight, what ice cream she wants to eat. But all that man is telling the wife, the husband, that Facebook friend is telling the husband, I know all this about your wife. I'm just a Facebook friend. I keep chatting with her. I keep following her posts. I know which book she likes, which page of that book she likes, what ice cream parlor she likes, and what flavor of ice cream she likes. But all you do, husband, is eat and sleep. I am a Facebook friend of your wife, but I know all this. So which means it's a lesson in the age of social media for husbands to just drop off everything and concentrate on what your wife is wearing, what your wife is saying, and pay attention. And that should come from not just for the sake of doing it, but from the heart. Notice that earring. Notice the parts of the body where she has a mole. Things like that. When was the last time you said, I like this in this part of your body? Concentration. Because if you don't concentrate, a Facebook friend is waiting to concentrate. And you know, he's trying to start a relationship, online relationship with her. This is real. These movies are coming out of real life experiences of people. That's why we're getting scripts like this. And Tiruttu Payale 2 is just one of those. Okay, so conversation, concentration, and then resolution. Husbands, when your wife fights with you, when she starts to scream, you know, don't think for a moment, now that is the time I can actually keep quiet and I'll be like Jesus, a lamb led to the slaughter, silent before its tormentors. Okay, Jesus was doing it for salvation. That is not what you should be doing in your marriage. The reason is, when she screams and shouts, don't just keep quiet, talk about the issue. Look for a resolution. Okay, which means, again, this in a way Christ-like, because the Bible tells us in Ephesians, husbands, love your wife as Christ loved the church and gave himself for her. And how did Christ come? We didn't go behind him, he came behind us. So when your wife fights against you, locks herself in the room, you go and put a camp outside that room and try to knock. Don't say, okay, this is a good time for me to put out a tweet or a Facebook post or to do some pending church work or send some emails. Okay, no, drop off everything and go and make it up to her. Don't think, okay, she'll be all right in 3 or 4 hours or 3 or 4 days. Now I can catch up with some work. drop of resolution. I tell husbands, you're the head of the house, fine. You're the head of the house in the department of reconciliation as well. Which means if there's a fight in the house between father and mother or parents and children, you should be captaining that resolution time. You should be leading from the front. You're the boss. And the boss has to ensure that everybody is loving and everybody is conversing and everybody is part of the same team. So resolution. Okay, and then not just that, home sterilization. So home sterilization, this is something a wife likes. A wife likes a home that is clean and neat. Okay, I like what Max Lucado once said. Max Lucado said, when I get up in the morning, and why do I have to fold the bed sheet if I have to unfold it and sleep in the same bed sheet the same night? So I don't feel the need to fold my bed sheet. But you know what? He said, if I keep doing it, I may not even get a place in my bedroom because my wife likes things to be neat and clean. So that's something we need to work on. We need to work on. 1 Corinthians 14:40, God loves order, and many of our wives like order. Okay, the brush has to be in the same place, the keys have to be in the same place. Okay, otherwise there will be chaos, and the Third World War can also start because of a misplaced key. So do things in an orderly way. Home sterilization, and then children correction. Okay, and wives, especially after the children come in. So your son is not doing the homework, or your son is watching the TV, or your son has done something crazy, or your daughter has done something wrong and your wife is correcting. That's not the time to be reading the newspaper. You also get up from your seat and join your wife in the ministry of correction. And if there's something, maybe your wife is going off on a tangent, she's just screaming or she's just shouting, but you can actually bring in some kind of correction which will make the correction more loving. Find a way to contribute. Don't say, okay, mommy, after she has finished all the bashing, I will hug my daughter, or I'll take my son out for ice cream. Join your wife in that in that family duty that she's doing. Just don't be a spectator. Just don't be a person who watches things happen. Join your wife to make things happen. Children correction. And then sexual satisfaction. Okay, if you read Song of Songs chapter 2 verse 6, Song of Songs chapter 8 verse 3, if you read those two verses, I believe, and many Bible scholars believe, here is a man trying to bring his wife to orgasm. Very often you can be very selfish in your way, the way in which you have sex. You can have sex like what I read in the NDTV review of Padma, the movie which got released yesterday. Alauddin pounces on his wife, Meherunisa, played by Aditi Rao Hiyadri. When he wants to make love, he pounces on her, and he also makes out with another girl on his wedding night. This is a review of Padmavati in in NDTV. Don't be like that. The pagans can be like that. You be different. You be unselfish. And Song of Songs in those two references that talk about a man's efforts using his hands to bring a wife to orgasm. I think we must be exemplary in that. We must make sure that our wives also enjoy sex. And then workplace time reduction. Don't think that some men can fool themselves thinking, I'm working long hours to build my family so that I'll get my increase and I will get this for my family, I'll get that for my family. That is why I'm working long hours. That is why I want to go the extra mile in my job. But the fact of the matter is, if you don't meet the immediate needs of your family, you're worse than an unbeliever, as Paul writes in 1 Timothy. Okay, and secondly, you might bring in all those things, but your family will not be there with you at that time. You'll have to enjoy it yourself. It's very dangerous. So all this is for your family, but at the same time, it is equally important to spend time with family, because if you give too much time for work and less time for family, and after all the promotion comes, your family may not be with you to enjoy the fruits of your promotion.